Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know how many people, I don't know. Hi, Rolanda. Hello, welcome to the chat. I hope we can have a nice discussion. You are new to me. I haven't seen you before. Are you new to my channel? Well, welcome. I want to at least start with 5 people before I start the discussion. But if you could, can you tell me? Okay, that's fine. Oh, I appreciate that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm on a laptop that sometimes is a little janky when it comes to the speaker. So if you could let me, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I did a video. A couple of hours ago based on the topic that has been sparked on a little controversy on YouTube with some YouTubers that I watch. And it made me make a video, made the video, and then I decided not to release the video because I really didn't feel like 15 minutes was enough time to say what I wanted to say. And on the eve of Mother's Day, I thought, you know what, this needs better discussion. So I wasn't sure if I was going to play the video and then have the discussion. I know it's early in the afternoon. It's 4 here in Chicago time. And I kind of wanted to discuss the whole issue about motherhood, reproductive choices, and this whole thing that can be very polarizing among women, which is those of us who are mothers, those of us who aren't mothers. It's a broad topic when it comes to women and when it comes to how we either lift each other up or tear each other down. And really third rail topic is motherhood and those of us who are mothers, those of us who aren't mothers, and how we can use that as weapons against each other that can be very destructive. So I kind of wanted, okay, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So I have been wanting to do a topic about this type of subject. I actually wanted to do a topic on childless women because at one point I fell into that category. And I think there's a lot of misnomers about people, women who do not have children. And at one point I had made a very firm choice not to have children. And I see this topic go back and forth, and in light of what I have seen in clips the last 24 hours, I thought, you know what, this is a good way to have a conversation and really have a serious conversation, because this is not the first time I've heard mudslinging like this between people before. I've seen it in my life. I'm sure as women, you've seen relatives do this against each other. You know, when there's a cousin or a sister doesn't have a child and the other one does, you know, when people are fighting, they go for the obvious. I call it the obvious, the low-hanging fruit. And I will just say this. I'm having this discussion not because I want to talk about the YouTubers, because for those of you who watch me, I really try to make a concerted effort not to talk about people, because to me, the players are interchangeable. You don't have to know the YouTubers to have this discussion, but I do believe that, because I can take these two people out and put two people in my family in the same spot. I can take two people out of my family and put two coworkers in the same spot. The people to me don't matter. The subject matter is what matters to me. And so I wanted to have, you know, I have a daughter, I have two daughters, 24 and 18. Yeah, yeah. And a lot of times, thank you for the thumbs up. A lot of times, infertility is not necessarily a reason why people don't have children. Like I said, I had made at one point in my life a deliberate decision not to have children. Okay, that I didn't want to have children. I had a cousin. They got married really young. They never had children. They didn't want to have children. They just wanted to enjoy being a couple. Thank you for the thumbs up. So I did the video. I'm not sure. Rolanda, thank you so much for your input. I'm debating. Should I play the video and then we can talk about it? Because again, I really felt like when I did the video that there was going to be like more questions than anything else. And so I was thinking maybe I should just play the video and then we can kind of go from there, and see what it's like, because I don't want to forget some things, and maybe it'll give some other points that I may have forgotten. So let me just get onto the video. Let me just do the video. Yeah, why don't we do that? And hopefully you can hear it. Okay, so. Hey guys, this is Shawn Sandridge, and I am here with a video. So hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend about me. Can you hear the video? I'm taking a deep breath because I feel like when I come on camera and I make these types of videos, I know what I want to say. I know what I want to convey. And I'm always with, holding my breath that the intentions that I had out gets put out and gets received. Now, I realize for the masses, not everyone is going to receive it. I'm not even saying that someone has to agree with me. But I wanted to come out with that I did a lot of care and consideration about what I wanted to say, and that is received with the intention of there's no malice. Okay. So, okay. And for the sake of the video, I have no intentions on mentioning names for various reasons. One, because really the names don't matter. The names don't matter. Two, I don't even think the YouTubers even know who I am, because there seems to be this rumbling around our section of YouTube that if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and not monetized, I don't know you in my Mariah Carey voice. So I don't even think the YouTubers even know me, but that doesn't matter, whether they know me or not. But, I don't know if they're going to see the video or not. Maybe some of the subscribers that we share may say something, but, again, I don't think the YouTubers are important. But we all know that, I will say this comes ironically, this topic, and I've wanted to have a topic like this before, and ironically, it is on the weekend of Mother's Day. How about that? So that is a primary good reason to have it, that you have this issue of motherhood, reproductive choices, things like that. So I don't want to rehash, because there's a lot of people that can find the videos, and I don't even care of the origin of how it all started, because you can find that too. But I'm hoping to remember this, because it also has a part to play And I'm thinking about making a title of this video, Women's Empowerment, Motherhood, and Reproductive Choices, okay? And I remember, there's two YouTubers that were once had a YouTube chip, and they are falling out, and on both sides, it's getting dirty. There's mudslinging going on. They're beefing, and there are some personal attacks on both sides of the spectrum. One is attacking supposed motherhood, and the other one is attacking supposed, lack of motherhood. This person doesn't have any children. So this comes around a lot. This isn't the first time, but this comes around a lot. There are a lot of people taking sides. I don't have a dog in the fight. I actually see both sides, and I'm going to explain that. But I don't want it to come in a side of judgment, because it really isn't. It's just an observation that I've experienced on both sides of the spectrum. And reminds me of the episode on Hollywood Divas, where Elise Neal was, she's an actress. We've seen her. She was on a couple of 90s sitcoms, and she doesn't have children. And she had made a comment. Well, I don't have children because I wanted to do it the right way. And in her mind, the right way was getting married, having a husband, and first comes love, then comes marriage, then with the baby carriage. That in her mind was the right way. She wasn't putting any judgment on anyone else, and this was a huge thing. Even when we were reviewing the show, her making that comment
like 2 years ago.
the right way. This wasn't a personal attack, and I got it, because I feel that way for myself. I would have never had children personally. I would have never had children personally if I had not been married and been in a strong relationship with my husband to have children. That is my personal values. It's never an attack on other women who made other choices, but that was for me, because I know me. I wanted a partnership. I didn't want to do it alone. Now I know that's not 100%, but in my mind, when I was thinking about all this, being young, I wanted to have the traditional family intact before bringing children into the world. And I know there's a lot of women that they say it just didn't happen for that. So pause on that. This whole issue about motherhood and not having children and people talking about people's kids and people talking about you don't have a right because you got powdered eggs and whatever else you want to say derogatorily to another woman about reproductive choices. Okay, can I be
Type in there in Georgia what that's all about. Can you do that for me? What it is in Georgia, the heartbeat bill?
Let's keep it 100. Most of us fell into motherhood by accident. Okay? Most of us fell into the motherhood role, not with all the thought processes of being a mother. Okay? Things happen, had a good night, didn't use protection, whatever. I just want to say it. So there's a part of me that really doesn't like it when some women want to hold in high regard the status of motherhood. I'm a mother, okay? So I'm saying this as a mother. I can't stand to see other mothers trying to hold motherhood as the end all to be all of the existence of womanhood and all encompassing. And, because let's face it, a
mother, but I'm just saying, can I keep it real? Now, I was paranoid. I planned all my pregnancies. I mean, I planned. I was highly into birth control, and it wasn't until I decided that I wanted to have children that it happened. So, but the majority of us women fall into motherhood unplanned, okay?
Oh, wow.
That's it. Second of all, I know there are a lot of women out there that don't have children that feel that they have the other side of being able to view somebody's parental. We all do it. You know, there are single people that talk about married people. You know, we can all, you know, there are people who have money that feel that they can tell other people who don't have money how they should live their lives. I mean, there is different subjects that we all do something of that sort. We feel like we got a good grasp on it, and therefore we can come to a place of authority where you know, most of us are just trying to live our lives and figure out what this means. Okay, I think many of us who are mothers, remember a time when we weren't mothers and we were judgmental against mothers, and then when we became mothers, you know, we wanted some grace. I know I did. And as a mother, you know, I have a daughter-in-law and I have a daughter, and they have children, and I'm very patient with them because they're growing into it. I was also that woman that didn't want to have children at a very early part of my life. When I was, I never felt like I was the motherly type. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact of me being adopted. I think so. But when I was in my formative years, I remember telling my mother at 12 years old, I'm not giving you grandchildren. Okay. And I was very firm on that. I made a point that when I dated men, that I wanted to make sure that they didn't want to have children. Or if that was their, you know, future, like they saw themselves having children, I didn't take the relationship seriously. It was a very light dating situation. Ironically enough, my husband, one of the reasons why, for me, I took the relationship seriously with my husband was that he already had a child.
I'm a New Yorker,
and he didn't
so
want
I
it for a child.
understand.
He was like, I'm okay.
Things
And I was
are
like,
different,
cool.
though. It's just in general. Things
and
are not just.
that's one of the reasons why I pursued
Yeah,
having
things are
a
so much
relationship with
different
him
now.
and took the relationship seriously.
My mom wouldn't even understand the world
I don't like
today.
seeing women making other women feel badly about whether or not they have children. Whether the choice was made for them or they made the choice or not, it really hurts me as a woman. I also am a mother, and I remember times where I have forgotten to do things. You know, let's call a thing a thing. You know, this thing of motherhood, and you know, I don't know, even if you're a single parent or you're a married mother, a lot of the burdens of the day-to-day things fall on you as a woman. You know, I'm not going to sit here and play like I haven't forgotten to pick my child up from school. I was running late. I forgot giving my child money for a field trip. My child, I was lucky enough that because I volunteered at my school a lot, that the lunch ladies knew me. And I remember one specific time where I got a call from the lunch lady because
signing homework.
I wasn't getting the slips that my lunch account was getting low.
Each payment
And they
for the
hadn't
subject.
automated the system, so you had to
I don't miss those days at all.
check the school. But what was
Signing
happening
homework.
is like I was like, how is she? You know, I'm putting money for the first of the month to
signing the test that was taken so that they could get extra points. Crazy stuff.
Stuff is not on the regular menu. She's buying extra stuff. But she's actually letting her friend eat off of her menu. You like she had they had an actual card, and her friend wasn't getting lunch, so she didn't want her friend to starve. So she would buy stuff for her friend. She would go back on the account and buy another lunch. So I had a lunch lady telling me that. So once they got automated, I actually would have to put a cap. I was able to put a cap and say, you know,
$5 cap.
So much things could be purchased, and after that amount, it was just regular lunch. So I understand as a mother that things happen. Life happens and slips away. But this, you know, people want to talk about women empowerment. There are no women, there are no winners in women's empowerment when we start to make digs at other women, our female counterparts, when we're talking about being a mother or not being a mother. They're all choices that we all make, and we should not throw in someone's face. Ideally, I realize people argue, and some people is like the gauntlet, the gloves are off and the gauntlet is down, and I get that. But the bigger picture is you are never going to lift somebody up as a woman if the one thing that is so obvious you use against them. So take care of yourself and each other, and let's talk about it.
Okay, so that was the video. That was the video. I don't know. I got 2 people in the room now. Maybe I'll upload it again. I don't know. But that was really the gist. Thank you. That was really the gist of it, because you know, a lot of people will say that you say what's in your heart when you're angry. And I know a lot of people have, you know, people are picking sides. I'm not picking sides. What I want to do is have a conversation about, you know, why is it as women we you know, it's you know that you're shanking somebody on both sides, you know. And I know, like, for me, I can't fight like that, because for me, I really do believe that, you know, the words that you put out there, they can come back at you, and they can come back in full force. I don't want to attack somebody in that way, because I don't want anyone to attack me that way. And I understand that, you know, I think we can all agree there is no Geneva Convention signed treaties on YouTube. Okay, we can say that, and of course, you know, when someone has shown you that they don't mind hitting to the white meat, we all have our kryptonite. We all have our, you know, our Achilles heel, and for most women, for most mothers, it's going to be their children. And so, you know, you have somebody that's going to hit below the belt, and for a lot of us, that's going to be below the belt. And then it goes the other way. You know, I think there are a lot of women who don't have children, and you know, we don't know why necessarily people don't have children, because they chose not to, maybe because they didn't find the right partner. Maybe they physically can't have it. You know, maybe, you know, a lot of, you know, I know a lot of women who, they say all their babies are in heaven because, you know, they had miscarriages and, you know, that painful ordeal, and they can't, they can't have children, and they, you know, they don't want to go through that ordeal again, you know. But they're still mothers, right? They just don't have their babies with them. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, you know, I would like the situation to have a teachable moment. It's unfortunate to see 2 ladies in their own right, you know, that are popular in their own right, really pitting against one another. Something that is really, I don't know. I don't even know what the right word is. There's something that's really profound, like, you know, making choices about life, right? So I kind of want people to talk. So that's really all I have to say. Thank you very much for the feedback on the video. Again, it makes me sad. It makes me sad because so many of us want to do um, the right thing and put out content. And let's face it, as YouTubers, content creators, we can fall victim into having things used against us. And I don't think that anybody goes out here to to have things out and it be used against us, especially something so, you know, precious and things like, having your kids. I mean, as a content creator, for a lot of people, their YouTube channel is their family, right? And then for a lot of us, when we go on and try to create content, my life is my content, right? Talking about my childhood, talking about being married, if I have children, or if I'm divorced, or if I'm dating, all of that is content, and that makes you a three-dimensional person. You don't necessarily want that to be used against you, but I just hate to see something that's so we really need to protect each other when it comes to stuff like that. And I don't know what the answer is. You were daughters, girls are very emotional. Yeah, and I come from a place of, trying to be open on both sides. Because I've tried not to watch too many videos. I really just watched the ones where I could get like the cliff notes of what's going on. I didn't really want to see like people's major reactions to it, because there are a lot of mothers that feel like, you hit below the belt. That is no excuse. That is a deal breaker. And there are a lot of people on that side. And then there's a lot of people who's like, well, listen, you attack this person based on, calling her names about her reproductive system and all that stuff, then what do you expect? And my thing is, why did we have to go there? Why did we have to go there? I wanted to do a video on Mother's Day, celebrating those of us who don't have our mothers, because for a lot of us, my husband's cousin just lost her mom. I say about a month ago. I think it's been a month ago for her. So she's starting her year of firsts. And I was thinking, this would be a good time to have a video. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to do a live on Mother's Day afternoon to honor women who either have lost their mothers, and this is still a very heartbreaking time of the year. And then, of course, those women who, are mothers, a lot of women, have given birth and they don't have their babies. And they still need to be celebrated, because a lot of times when those women don't have their children anymore, Mother's Day is very, very painful, and it's almost like, well, you shouldn't celebrate because you're not really a mother because you're not raising a child. And I think that's really unfair as well. So I was thinking about doing a YouTube live on that, but it's Mother's Day, so I realize that a lot of people aren't going to be around. They're going to be doing all their stuff on Sunday. But yeah, this just was a topic I wanted to talk about. I lost my um, okay, my heart goes out to you, because I will say I do not know the pain, being a mother and losing a child. I have not experienced that pain, and I will not even say I can only imagine. I don't know. But I lost my mom, and I know what that pain is like, because um, my kids are almost pretty much grown. The baby, he's going to be 18 in September, and there are many times I wish I could pick up the phone and talk to my mom, just to get advice. And it's very difficult whether you lose your mom at 8 or 48. Well, I appreciate that. I do. I mean, I do. My trigger finger isn't to lash back at somebody. Um, it takes a lot for me to get upset. I usually look at it as, why is that person behaving like that? And why normally people who are doing things out of that type of anger is usually coming from a place of fear or a place of sadness. So, anger just is just like a double, a reflection of that. So I really, when, someone is lashing out at me, is this person lashing because they're having some kind of fear of loss, fear of something, or are they sad? And normally when you you get a chance to peel the onion, so to speak, it's one or the other. And it's usually not about you anyway. And I think maybe in those subjects, the particular ladies, that I don't think that was the case. I think feelings got hurt, and things weren't talked about, and lashing out of being disappointed, saddened, and then it got dirty. It got, dirty on that end. But I want to say thank you for taking time. It's 4:33 here in Northwest Indiana, Chicago. We're actually having pretty decent weather right now. I'm so happy. We're having pretty decent weather. And, I really hope that when we are talking with our female counterparts, that we can raise them up. I'm not saying that you can't tell somebody off. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not above that. Yeah, I've learned a lot too. I'm not saying that someone doesn't need to be given a piece of your mind, but I don't know if you need to yank out a piece of their their I don't want to say integrity, but I don't know. I just feel differently about it. And again, I know a lot of people say, well, when it happens to you, how are you going to respond? And I am never going to be the one to tell somebody how to respond. That is not what I do. That is not it, because I'm different than a lot of people. And I know, people say don't bring a gun to a knife fight. Folks gonna bring gun, machete, AK-47. They're gonna bring a posse. We all know that you cannot tell somebody how to feel and how to respond. Yeah, I hope that this is a learning experience also, that you really have to kind of take not react to everything that you see, and really um, take it for what it is. I wish that it could have been handled, and it wasn't so, I don't know, aggressive, I guess. Count to 10. Yeah, I don't know. But there are a lot of people that are going to, unfortunately, you being a YouTuber, you put yourself out there, and unfortunately, there's going to be people who are going to ridicule you. There are going to be people that are going to say things about you. And let's talk about the lunch thing, okay? Because I said it in a video, something that happened. Now, I have raised 5 children, and up until, I would say, the last 3-4 years, I always had something going on with the dang lunch, because I would put it online, and thank you, I appreciate that. I would put the stuff online and think I'm done, and I got my little budget going on, and I got a kid, and each kid, depending on if they were elementary school, middle school, or high school, their lunch thing was different. And it seemed like I was always having to replenish my lunch account. Now, before it got automated, we would get these slips home. It'd be a bright pink slip, so you shouldn't miss it, telling you that your kid's lunch account, is at $2.50, and it was normally given to you on Friday, so that you had time to either write the check out on Monday, send it with your kid, or whatever. And that different stages of my children going through school, it wasn't even online. You just had to write a straight check to the school and physically go up there or entrust your child to take it to the cafeteria. Okay. And so this issue with the yes, different prices, and then high school was a mess. I'm so glad that, you know, my 17-year-old is fully automated in the high school, and I have an auto pay. So what you do is you have the auto pay. So I have auto pay of $40, and then you can tell it when you want it to replenish the $40. So the auto pay will come when he hits $5. So it'll renew it. Now I seem to be auto paying this sucker like forever because in wrestling season, he's got this voracious appetite. I can't keep enough money on his account. But luckily I have that. And that was no joke what I was telling you about the cafeteria thing. I was like, what is going on? And so the lunch lady told me with my daughter, she was like, because I said, well, is there a way to get a printout? And I'm looking at the printout. Now, when they were in elementary school, if you forgot to give them money, um, they got peanut butter jelly sandwich and a milk. I paid monthly. I was shocked because usually they would give the child cold lunch. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened in my situation. So if you didn't give them the account and you were at zero, your child would automatically get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and milk. That was it. They did not get access to any other food, but they at least had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or cheese sandwich and a milk. But I was trying to figure out why was I always writing money to my daughter's account. So then I asked the lunch lady to give me a printout because I didn't even know that you could get a printout. She was like, well, I can do a printout. Yep, they will hold your high school diploma for that because you got to pay everything. You have to pay all the late fees of books. You got to pay all the stupid ID cards that they um, uh, lost and went and got because they can get as many ID cards and never tell you until you get the bill. That's what happened to my oldest son. He had $45 in IDs because he just forgot to bring it, and you have to have one. So they would make him take a picture, and then they would charge it. And then when I was going to go go get his cap and gown, I had $45 in freaking ID charges. I could have wrung his neck. But when I got the printout, I'm like, why is she doing double lunches? I'm trying to figure that out. So between the lunch lady, I know the feeling. Those books are no joke. I paid an $80 book, and then I had to make my son cut the grass to pay for that book. But come to find out, her friend was getting lunch off of her because she wasn't getting enough to eat. So she didn't want her friend to go hungry. So she would buy her lunch, and then she'd go back. She'd sit down, and then she'd come back and get another lunch. So I was paying for 2 lunches a pop. And that's why I was doing the food. So I said, well, what can we do about this? Because, you know, it was like, I didn't want to yell at my daughter, you know, but yet I was like, okay, something's got to give. So they said, well, you can put a cap on it. And, you know, it's like, you know, say like lunch, because you can buy like, say like lunch is $2 a day. And then you can buy an ice cream cup or something extra off the menu. And so I gave it a cap of like $5. And like no more than $5 could be, but I padded that. So I was like, no more than $5. She's got to be getting her lunch and that's it, you know, and no more than, you know, X amount of dollars. So that's the way I had to do it because it was draining my pocket. I got 5 kids to put through, you know. So yeah, I mean, I understand. You know, I give people a lot of grace. You know, I did some things that wasn't always, you know, the best and didn't have the best forethought. But you know, by the time I got to the third one, I was oh, they have Chick-fil-A. Ooh. They have, I don't know. See, I haven't been at the high school long enough. I gotta ask my son what is it do they have there? He's a wrestler, so he tries to stick to oh Jesus. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wow. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, so Brian is like, thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. There's no way to survive that. I am so sorry. I'm thinking that I'm not gonna have to. I'm at my office, and I thought that this was a good quiet time. I'm so sorry, but I had to handle the front desk. All right, so yeah, it's crazy how that works. So I don't want to drag this for long, but yeah, I hope we're kinder to each other. um I don't know, it's a sensitive subject, right? It's a sensitive subject. We have working mothers and stay-at-home mothers pit against each other, and like I said, I just there's no winners in this. Will they be able to come back from it? I don't know. I really don't know, but I just think that, like I said, I believe in teachable moments. And thank you so much. I believe in teachable moments, and you know, we just need to come off a little bit better. People want to talk about women's empowerment, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to uplift and just kind of bring some insight that, you know, we're all just trying to get through life, whether we are mothers or not, you know, but we are all women, and you know, this does not help the cause. So I'm going to end it for now. Yeah, some things are cringeworthy. Some things are cringeworthy, but I guess we will see how things unfold. But I hope I can keep this on the replay. If not, because this is my first time in doing the live. Thank you so much for the live. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Maybe we can do this again and see how it goes. But if it does not save, I will probably put the video. Thank you. I thank you for the back and forth. I appreciate it, because I didn't want this to be a whole monologue. I wanted there to be some back and forth. But if not, then I will put the video up. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, the mother figures, the grandmothers, the aunties, the godmothers, the foster mothers, the adopted mothers, and just some good women who are mentors. You may have a spiritual mother in your church. Thank you so much for coming in. Happy early Mother's Day to everyone. Same to you, Rolanda. So remember, as I always say, take care of yourself and each other. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.